Matt? It's game week. It's Friday. We got Colorado State. Let's break down Colorado's keys to victory against Colorado State. Let's go ahead and start on the offensive side of the ball.
I think the offensive side of the ball, the keys to victory are establishing the run, controlling the line of scrimmage, and then number two would be making sure that you're actually putting your playmakers in position from a schematic standpoint to fucking do their jobs. And then lastly, when Shedeur doesn't have to do everything, he can do anything. I want that shirt made. It needs to be like people will buy that shit, right? Everyone in the comments except for the CSU people. Good. I'm glad you're watching, you sheep motherfuckers, you. But it's very simple. We're better than these people are. If we give them life, they will run with it big time, and it'll be a dogfight. I already think it's going to be a close game, but CU's better, so they should win. Look, if they go out and just start throwing the ball all over the field, and it works, I'll be happy about it on Saturday. But I'm going to wake up Sunday and Monday and be like, okay, dog, this ain't a video game. And now we're walking into family weekend with Baylor as the home opener for the Big 12. And I know Baylor's not very good, but they're no punk. I mean, come on. They have Air Force this week too, by the way. Have fun with that shit. And then UCF, like you have to put something on film that people have to study and prepare for other than 5 wide. So that's really my keys to victory offensively. It's not even keep Shedeur upright. It's not even, it's none of that. It's, JB asked this morning, and I know you know because you're running the shows, but he asked this morning, can you change the mentality? If you don't have that mentality, why the fuck are you playing?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Line and offensive line both ways for a long time, okay? It's one of the reasons I'm such a good coach, and I'm not saying that. That's a fact. All right, we put 518 guys in college in 15 years, and we roll out Division I talent and NFL players like it's our fucking job because it is. Mm-hmm. I actually just got off the phone with my man Dwayne Terrence, who runs a big agency for players and NIL and shit. We got some big stuff popping here, Bailey. I got to talk to you about this weekend, but big stuff with NIL and player development and getting these kids paid and then representation after their career. We got about 15 guys this year that are all eligible for the draft that are from the dungeon. So being an O&D lineman mentally and physically my whole life, like I want 9-on-7 all game. I want 13-9, fucking run the ball the whole game and make it ugly. Like every time I hear a pencil neck be like, this game's boring, I'm like, this game is awesome.
Yeah.
And the Super Bowl, the 13-3 Super Bowl Patriots Rams?
Yes.
I loved it, bro. It was just slobby talking defense.
I love it.
Yeah, dude, Aaron Donald's eating people. So I think that if the OC and the head coach and everybody walks into the team room and says, we're changing shit. We're going to go under center. We're going to get physical, and we're going to run the ball down these motherfuckers' throats. And all this shit they're talking, we're going to see how fucking tough they are at the point of attack because they think we're finesse and soft. And in actuality, we're going to be the motherfucking hammer on Saturday. And that doesn't make you want to run through a wall, put your hand in the fucking ground and double team and tray block and ace block a motherfucker and pull and seal the corner and run through a linebacker's motherfucking face. Then you probably shouldn't be playing on Saturday. So, again, if you can't get up for this shit, then get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. And, let's continue on these keys to victory. Colorado's offensive coordinator, Pat Shermer, was asked about Colorado's run game, and he had this to say. Take a listen.
The topic when they talk offensive football for Colorado is running the ball. So Pat, as you analyze that, what are you seeing? What do you do about that? How do you address things?
Well, I mean, when we call, obviously, runs against fair fight looks, where it's 5-on-5 or 6-on-6, we certainly got to do a little better job there. And then there are times when you just got to run it up in there and, there'll be an extra guy or two and you got to get 4 or 5 yards of crack. And I think we can do that. We feel good about, we're going to put a couple new runners in there. Unfortunately, Dallin got hurt. He did a good job running the ball for us. And we sort of finding, we've been kind of moving around the offensive line, right? And, trying to find the right pieces up front so that then we can build that consistency as we're running the paths that we choose to run and the schemes that we choose to run. And so, there's some consistency needs to get built there. You like to have it all tuned up by game one, but we feel better about what we're going to put out there this week.
What are your thoughts on his comments, Matt?
I agree. I'm not a huge Pat Shurmur fan, bro. Like I want to see it. I don't think we're doing a very good job. I feel like him saying that, well, it takes time, and well, you just had an entire fucking spring and off season. You know, you've been the OC the whole time. Like, bro, I'm sorry, but this is falling on deaf ears right now. I need to see this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see it, period. So he can have, I guarantee you he was sitting there not wanting to do the interview. You can tell he doesn't want to do the shit, and he doesn't. And that's fine. But, bro, it should just be, look, we're going to show you, not talk about it. It's been unacceptable up to this point. I think we've done some good things. You're dead fucking last running the football, dog. You haven't done anything good. So stop blowing smoke up everybody's ass in that regard. I want to bring this to light here.
Go ahead.
I don't know who this dude is, but I haven't accepted any fucking money from Prime or Colorado, dog. I run my own business.
Yeah,
so I don't. Again, this is just another one of these anonymous fucks. Like, I'm just saying, if you sent me to the Middle East to secure funding, I would come back with the fucking funding. I wouldn't come back empty-handed from the fucking Saudis in the Middle East who are throwing money at everybody. So just that's all I'm saying, you broke motherfucker.
Yeah. Next. Yeah. Well, let's continue breaking down their keys to victory. We heard Pat Shurmur. I understand you're staying for him at times. We'll see this week. They got to correct some things up front. Obviously, he mentioned that there's going to be some moving pieces. He mentioned running back Dallin Hayden will be out for this game. So, he mentioned new backs will be in there. So there's a couple other backs on that depth chart that we'll see out there this week. Let's break down Colorado's keys to victory on defense. Defensively, what are your thoughts?
Turnovers. I mean, they haven't gotten a turnover yet. That was a huge part of last year's game. Turnovers, and then look, dog. I'm not advocating that people hurt people, okay? But defensively, they're going to play dirty as fuck. This is the way that they even the playing field is taking Travis Hunter out, taking Shador out, taking Seaton out. You know, that's the way they play. So that's the way we should fucking play on defense. And I don't care if it hurts your fucking soft ass, bitch ass feelings, especially if you're a CSU person. I believe this truly in my heart. If they want to talk about murder and we're no good and 11 on 11 and all this trash that they're spewing, well, God damn it, that changes it from football to fighting. So this is a fucking fist fight Saturday night, and I don't give a flying Tiffany fuck how they feel about it. If they're going to continue to talk shit and then try and hurt our players, and this is going to be a legacy of this shit, and Jay Norvell hadn't said anything about the murder comment, so apparently we can just talk about killing motherfuckers. I mean, I understand that it's a football term, but no one says, I can't wait to go murder these guys. That's the first time I've heard that one.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't heard that shit. What? Exactly. So I personally think that we need to match. If they think they're tough and hardcore and they need to cheap shot and do all this shit, do it back. The first time Fowler Nicolosi throws the ball, put your fucking hat in between his shoulder blades and jam him into the fucking ground and push his head into the turf. And when they get up to fight. The refs should be breaking up skirmishes on the field, not pregame. I don't give a fuck about pregame hype like fighting. I'm talking about straight on the field. Like the way that we went after Marcus Houston is the way I want them to go after everyone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know that, Marcus Houston was part of my recruiting class. He transferred to CSU because he was shitty and couldn't spat his shoes, and he was a soft bitch. And when he went there, he started talking shit, and we fucked his ass up in 2003. And we were trying to fight him on the field, and I'm not lying. We were actively trying to hurt him every time we hit him. And then in 2004, when they, I'll tell this story again, but in 2004, I want you to clip this one, okay? This is a good one. In 2004, we're standing in the Dow Ward. Now they have the Champions Center, but we used to be in the Dow Ward that's on the north side of the stadium. And they're doing their walkthrough and everything on the field while we're eating dinner. And their last play, they go to the end of the stadium where they ended up getting stuffed on fucking 3rd down and 1 to lose the game. And they go through their plays, what they're going to do, and they give the ball to Marcus, and he runs in, and they start jumping up and down on the Buffalo in the end zone. And You can hear them talking shit. Well, fuck these guys up, blah, blah. And we're standing up there eating steaks. And I'm sitting there with me and Vic and all the Klatt and all these guys, and we're like, look at these dumb motherfuckers. Look what they're doing. And and they're practicing finishing, right, on Friday night. And then when Saturday night came along, they got down to the goal line and they fucked it up because this is what they do. And we stuffed them and the game was over. So they can sit there and they can talk. They can talk about murder and 11 on 11. And they take it all the way back throughout time here. Every time they open their mouth, they lose. And they did it again. Mm-hmm. So the only time we lost to these people in 2002 to Van Pelt and them, they didn't say a fucking word. They just came in businesslike and caught us sleeping. In 2003, they talked and lost. In 2004, they talked and lost. In 2005, they talked and lost. And then it just keeps fucking rolling. Last year, all that bullshit, lost. So the CSU Rams have a finishing problem, like I said yesterday. I'd imagine that this is going to continue because all this fake bravado, it doesn't sound tough to me. It sounds like you're trying to hype yourself up.
Yeah, that's true. And, they talked about murdering people. Word got back to Coach Prime. He had this to say about the Colorado State players' comments about that.
Too easy.
Did you play that for your team? So they say?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. They wanted to. They asked me at breakfast. Coach, you saw what they said?
Right.
Yeah, I did.
Now, on the flip side of that.
And it's ironic. You said they never finish. That's something to keep in mind for tomorrow. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, that's what they do, bro. Like Coach Prime's not going to take the bait, but I know they're talking about it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I mean, Jay Norvell's calling them the little stepbrother on his own show with Jim Rome. So there's a complex up there. And look, it's fine. Let them do this. This is what they do. Let them talk pregame. And when the fucking lights come on and they actually have to perform on national TV, it's not going to be like Coach Norvell said. It's not going to be let's show off our campus and make this fun for our kids. This should be a fucking nightmare for Colorado State on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Not that, I think it'll be a close game just because they always are, but I would love nothing more than an absolute fucking shit stomping.
No doubt.
I don't think they can cover our guys in the secondary, but I know they can rush the quarterback because last year they got after Shador's ass. And I think we can run the ball on them, but that's a mindset. And I want to see how we fucking do it and how aggressive we are. And then how committed we are to it. If we come out and we go 3 and out and have to punt and we didn't run the ball well, are we just going to fucking scrap it after one series and just go back to air raid?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So, and look, again, like I said, I'm not saying that air raid's a bad thing if that's how you win the game, but in the reality of everything and the big picture, I think that we definitely need some balance this week. So, I mean, we'll see. Yeah,
no doubt. And Shiloh breaking his forearm and being out this week, he was someone who you look for physicality. He's one who's physical and can make tackles in the open field. Discuss him being out. I think it's Cameron, Silman, Craig who will fill in, and other people. Just discuss Shiloh being out and the impact that will have.
I mean, it's a big loss from a leadership perspective and also as a playmaker. He scored a touchdown in last year's game. Yeah. But it's next guy up. I mean, we can't. Those who are ready to roll. Those who are not, watch and support. And that's what it is. And look, I want it to be a blowout, but it's not going to be, bro. Colorado State's going to play their dick off. This is their Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is their Super Bowl. And, who else defensively are you looking for, to have a big game? I mean, I'm looking for the edge rushers, Hayes, Green. I mean, I
need Hayes and Green to do something. Mm-hmm. And look, again, Hayes and Green, I'm not talking shit. You have no sacks.
Yeah.
You have no sacks. You have no sacks, no pressures. You're not getting home. Like, you guys were brought in here to do that job, and it's not being done. So, look, it is what it is. Either provide pressure and do your jobs, or we have to find people that will do their job, do your job while you watch them do your job. And that's the era that I came from at CU. If you didn't do your job, we replaced you with another NFL player that would. I posted a picture today that I just kind of randomly found running off the field it was me, Donald Strickland, Tyler Brayton, and Justin Bannon. Like, I wonder if we're going to win some games. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing is if you're not going to do the job or you're struggling or can't do it, we need to put somebody in there that's going to. So I want to see the depth of this team. If they're not going to do it, then we've got to find somebody else. And I'm challenging those two. I mean, I'm the entire defensive line. Like, they're going to throw the ball. That's what Jay Norvell does. Are you going to go hit this quarterback in the face and make his night miserable, or is he just going to stand back there and fucking have all day to chop us up?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, CU's got to step up defensively. We got to see a pass rush like you just.
It needs to happen all the way around, dog.
Yeah. I mean, Fowler Nicolosi cannot get confidence. We got to shut his confidence down quick. That starts with shutting him down early, getting, like you said, stuffing his fucking face in the ground, like you said earlier. Can you discuss the significance of this rivalry a little bit? This is going to last time Colorado State are going to play until what? 2029, you
2029.
said?
Yeah. And look, all of you people in the comments, do you just come on here to look at me and jerk off and like hate jerk or something? Because you motherfuckers just sit here and talk like you know me. Yeah. Like we're not fucking boys, dog. I don't know your bitch asses. So if you're just coming on here to hate, keep it up. Thanks for the fucking content, I guess, you fucking loser.
Your haters.
But look, the significance of this rivalry is very simple. You don't want to lose this game on either side because we don't play again for 5-6 years. And who knows what it's going to look like with them going to the Pac-12. I think that's a great move, by the way. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's good to stay in the Mountain West. The Pac-12 will garner more money eventually, maybe. I'd like to see what else they do and who else they bring in. I don't know why the Wyoming and Air Force and those people aren't coming, but I will say that this rivalry is significant in the state big time. You need to win this game. I think it's bigger for Colorado this week just because of the national pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no national pressure on CSU. No one gives a shit about CSU other than this game. Mm-hmm. So the national pressure on CU is big, and they need to go play like it. But if you're Colorado State, again, this is your fucking Super Bowl. And every year you play us, this is your Super Bowl. It's just like Vic said yesterday. You should be lucky we even let you play us. Because you're going to have to find Washington State's going to be your big game next year. Woohoo. So it is what it is, bro. Everyone knows that this is a no love lost fucking rivalry. And CSU's got some good players and they've got some talent on their team. But I believe this truly in my heart, they have a fucking finishing problem. And until they figure it out, they're never going to beat CU.